We've said all along, this can't be driven by us, it has to be driven by them, because we might have a view of how we want it to work.
The people who are cooking it, they know it quite well. They've cooked it quite a few times. I think there's a bit of improvisation as well. But it is generally something we'd have quite a few times a week, maybe. It'll be halal meat, so it'll be from like our local butchers. But it's obviously halal meat's slaughtered in a different way. It's supposed to be like the most, it's still harmless, but the most harmless way. So that's like Muslims, they eat halal meat, so to cater for everyone.
I've been at Broadway since September of 2021. And I started there as in sixth form. I was doing biology, chemistry and psychology as well. And I also played for the basketball academy.
I've been at Radley for 4 years now. This is my 5th year, going into 6th year.
It's just such a warm environment that we're all so happy to be in.
When Broadway Academy was open, like many years ago, before they opened the new campus in 2011, back in the old campus, it was mainly Pakistanis, Bengalis and Indians. But now we've brought in so many different other students. Now it's multicultural. We wanted to invite the people of Radley to come to Broadway Academy because we want to express our background and our culture, because we know that in Radley and areas like this, areas around Radley as well, they wouldn't have experienced what we experience. So our background is very different to their background. Our religions are very different to their religion.
I think it's the community that we live in, the kind of just the friendships that we have and the opportunities that we're given. It's such it feels so much like home.
Broadway is so special to me because obviously it's somewhere that I've pretty much grown up in. I know all the people there. It's like family background as well. It's like holding a legacy.
We had Sri Lankan students, Bengali students, Pakistani students, Indian students, Somalian students, and so much more.
How it's so inclusive. So when there's times where there's like Muslim festivals like Eid, Ramadan, like our head teacher is very inclusive about that. He likes to adjust the timetables according to how, according to Ramadan, because we go to sleep late, have to wake up early, but he understands that.
So when I got here, I was like, where are we? And I was like, wow, this is incredible.
I'm really excited to see how the weekend goes, because I really do think that we can benefit from learning from each other and making new friends as well.
Radley, you make new friendships as well. You get to know new people.
I think it's going to bring us closer, because now, like, before we were on call, we have met a few times, but now we're having interactions together. Like, we're not just sitting in an area and talking. Now we have to figure things out together, and we have to do challenges, and we have to cook because we show each other different cultures. I think it's a good experience.
It sort of helped me to realise that actually so many people who you would never without a partnership like this, I wouldn't have met.
My perception of Radley before everything has happened between us was that
I thought it'd just be so posh. It still is posh, but it's like, it's just like, it's nice talking to it.
I've come to realise that we're very, very similar.
When I visited, everyone was so lovely, so happy, so, encouraged to learn and, discover, and they're really motivated.
Radley is very well known now in Broadway Academy. We've come to Broadway Academy through our Culture Day. We've come to Radley through the 175th anniversary. With those celebrations, it brings us closer together.
I haven't met one Broadway student who isn't, interested in the world around them and, willing to learn new things. And it's so nice. It's just so cool to hear, what they're wanting to do, their story, their interests, because it's fascinating.
Broadway is it's very different to Radley.
It was so different because with Broadway we're just mostly just used to like seeing a lot of South Asians, Bengalis, Pakistanis, but it was nice coming to Radley and seeing a lot, like a different background.
I've learned that it's quite easy to grow up in a bubble because, I come to a boarding school, I don't really, go outside of my sort of friendship group in my year.
But really, we are all the same. we're all humans. We watch stuff like this, we read this kind of stuff, we listen to this kind of music, we do this in our free time. It's like, oh, we do that as well. It's not really that different.
Fortune, I love Fortune. Fortune's a big guy. Fortune's massive. He plays basketball.
Oh, Maddie is he's a fun one. I remember on all the Zoom meetings, yeah, we always used to talk football.
Hakeem, he's 5'7". He's from Pakistan. Lovely guy.
Hakeem, he loves his sport. He wouldn't, I don't know, he's a very funny guy.
Ali, he's very friendly. I don't have favorites, but you know, I really like Ali.
I think it was Majana. She gave me lemons with chili pepper and salt, which was such a weird thing. And I tried it, I'm like, oh my God, that's so good.
We have a lot in common, and how we joke about, have a bit of banter between here and there.
Being immersed in the Broadway sort of culture and being immersed in what Broadway is about and trying to, you know, see school life from a different perspective than Radley.
Coriander, is that a spice?
Cumin, tamarind, obviously there's black pepper, there's salt, there's sugar as a spice as well. There's
Paprika, smoked paprika, cumin.
Is that cumin, turmeric, cinnamon, is that considered a spice?
chili flakes, there's paprika, there's mixed powder, there's haldi powder, there's chili flakes.
Oh, I'm doing badly at this. Oh God, my grandmother's going to be ashamed of me for that.
So remember those spices.
So we've got some onion, we've got some celery, we've got some garlic, we've got some coriander puree, we've got some turmeric, we've got some cumin, I think. Lemongrass.
Well remembered.
Yeah.
So tonight we're doing a vegetable curry, we're doing a butter chicken curry, we're doing naan, we're doing rice as well, and then for dessert we're doing brownies. It's a surprise. It was supposed to be, but you know, we just wanted to surprise everyone, see what we can make.
Hope that with the help of Mr. Barlath being a trusted 3-star Michelin Radley chef, that we're in safe hands tomorrow night.
The chicken's so fresh. Now look at that, fragrant, nutritious and delicious.
And I know that with Mr. Woodling, his enthusiasm will bring a lot to the kitchen table.
There's been a slight boo-boo made with this one. If we are impatient, it will turn to pedigree chum.
But if you're careless with a bain-marie, it's a right fiddle, and you can turn it to pedigree chum that way as well, if you're really careless. But it's a bother. So I've cheated, and we've used a bit of water in it, which you won't notice. 20 minutes. I reckon it's going to take slightly more than that, isn't it? It's going to take half an hour. But that's okay. It just doesn't matter. Okay, we're all friends here.
There's no doubt that this has been such a successful
Been fantastic.
project,
Yeah.
and not just a one-off.
But how does it move forward, I suppose, is the big question, and how do we want to make sure that this isn't just a one-time thing?
Hopefully, they've lost the stereotype of public school kids.
I mean, I could ask me any questions. I could keep on going, really.
I think I can hear them in the distance cheering, and obviously isn't that a wonderful thing to hear? Just that.
Exactly. Yeah, our job's done. Do you think?
Job done.
Yeah. Well, for this weekend.
For this
anyway.
weekend.
Your headmaster's a very cool guy as well. I like him.
Oh, that's interesting.